Today's question comes from an Elevate member, and it's, I just found out my offer got rescinded. What should I do now? So look, first things first, losing an internship or job offer is really tough. And it's totally normal to be dejected, right? So from personal experience, I lost a full-time offer in sales and trading coming out of the last crisis when I graduated. And it took me a few weeks to fully kind of recover mentally and get back on the horse. So take the time that you think you need and get support from people, but then get to work, right? And here are a couple, important principles to help ground you. Number one, start doing rather than over planning, right? And I think it's fine to be organized about, your plan and your outreach, etc. But, rather than trying to spend an infinite amount of time trying to, have the perfect cover letter or LinkedIn email for days, just start sending them out, right? You can get real-time feedback, see what's working, see what's not. Some people are going to respond and some won't. So just keep going. So, try not to be a perfectionist. Just try to get out there and start talking to people and reaching out to people. Number two, this idea of a traditional 10-week structured internship probably doesn't hold up anymore, right? Given it's later in the game, but also especially given everything that's going on with internships out there, right? They're getting shortened, they're going virtual, etc. Just don't think in a very traditional mindset, and just be open to kind of, new, potentially less structured programs that you can walk into. Number three, there's opportunity everywhere, right? So we tend to be focused on the one or two things that really catches our eye or that everyone else is doing. But the most interesting opportunities this year are going to come from industries and functions that aren't fully structured, that aren't fully formed out, that may not have been, around a couple years ago, right? I think, unfortunately, with Corona going on, there's a lot of, headwinds, but also it has created a lot of opportunities in areas in kind of every function, right? So if you're interested in consulting and your consulting offer got rescinded, think about operations, think about the logistics value chain that have all just been completely disrupted and how you can, impact those. If you're interested in finance, take a look at distressed, take a look at investing opportunities, etc. But, so think a little bit outside the box, but also just kind of get to work and see what's out there for you. Number four, I think define your ideal roles, not necessarily by the name brand or where you think you're going, especially if you just lost an internship at a prominent place. Instead, think about the strength and the impact of the experiences and the learning that you're going to get from coming out from the other side, right? You really have an incredible opportunity, if you're an intern, for instance, to come out of this with a really strong set of experience that you can go back and recruit with in the fall. Or if you're full-time, really build your starting of your career on something that will help you differentiate in the long run, and also work on, a high growth, high impact area in an intense, learning environment. I think, that's kind of the position mentality you should try to approach this with. Number five, like I said, be open to things that are a little bit non-traditional, maybe a little bit more short-term, maybe a couple different internships put together, etc. So kind of be open to all that. And then number six, right? Most importantly, when you are looking for jobs and when you're talking to people, don't just focus on what you can get out of it. Focus on really what you can give and where you can add value. So, kind of position yourself such that, hey, this industry is really getting disrupted. I feel like there's X, Y, and Z things that we could be doing, or these are some ideas that I have. How can I help you the company, get from point A to point B? I think that type of mindset becomes really important.